Behind us.
Yep.
Two. Coming in.
Healing. I'm killing this guy.
Very nasty angle on this door.
Birds.
One on the right side.
Yep. I'm at the left.
Hit him a couple times.
Clear alive. To the right. Outside the window. You can't shoot through that. You can't shoot through that.
Yeah.
They got, he's by himself. The other guy's by himself.
Go.
He's healing. The other guy's gonna come from the right now.
Yep. Oh, left.
Yeah.
Dude, can you please stop playing like directly behind me?
To the left. Go down. One's down. I don't know where the
One's down, yep. He's down right here.
I don't know where the other one left.
Got a bot,
Inside,
got a-
inside. Yeah, we got the bot. Get inside. I'm gonna close the door.
Need to finish him off with a rhythm.
No. Fine, use him as bait. The bot's still around. Let's go right. How are you on health? He's resting. He's on the left. Reloading. He's down. I don't know where the other one went. He went that way. He's down. Behind me. I mean,
Reloading.
He's running. I don't know where he went.
I lit him up,
left.
so he's gotta be hurt. He's dead.
Alright, cool, they're all down. Healing. One up. I'm not sure. Watch right. I'll watch the doorway. He's coming down here. Coming here. Alright. I'm gonna heal. Watch the hallway. One more. Alright. One more. Alright. Let's do it.
He's where?
He's up! He went up. He's already gone.
I couldn't understand the word you're saying when you're screaming.
Come in here. There might be a third. I'm not sure. Right behind you.
What is going on, everybody?
Did you kill his buddy?
I don't think so. I threw a nade in there to try to deter him.
Scuba, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream, brother.
I'm up.
How's my my audio coming in?
Heal yourself, man.
He's right there.
Yeah, heal yourself, man.
He was resin. Trying to keep him from resin.
I killed the other guy. You gotta have to heal yourself, Fryer.
Yeah, the gameplay wanted to be a little quiet. My my mic in the game is still there, so people might confuse that for me talking right now. I can just bump it up a little bit since we're still chilling. We still got some time on us. Let's bump it up a little bit.
Come to me, Fire.
I'm coming.
Sir Salty's always nice to see you, man. You're gonna get what we want today. Well, it depends on what you want, right? So,
Pull yourself up.
you know, do you want a beta? Do you want a full release? I think, you know, people just want to play the game again.
Nope. He's above us.
I want to be topside, dude. Honest, me too.
Yeah, he's
Community
Yeah, he's
raids,
down here,
absolutely,
only
man.
in.
As soon as we get word, we start downloading stuff, we are 100% going topside together.
Persons. One down. They're both left. They're both left. One down. He went to the right. I'm gonna scoot back. Stay safe. Stay safe. I'm gonna scoot back. No. Don't. Just watch the door. They might be trying to go around too. He's gonna res. He's not safe. This is not safe.
Oh yeah, this one was one of my favorites. This was
Healing.
crazy. It was live on this one. It was one of those moments where I went like, oh, this is straight streamable content right here. This is the kind of entertainment that, you know, I was hoping for. Oh yeah, it does say that, huh?
Throwing a nade in there.
Whatever.
Ah! I have another one.
We can fix that real quick, actually.
Reloading. And full healing. They're doing shield up.
There you go. We gotta bring that back a little bit. There you go. Fix that. Yo, welcome to the chat, Grub. Yeah, I agree, man. I don't think it's gonna be just gameplay reveal. I really don't. I think the absolute bare minimum we can possibly hope for would be like a pre-order date, like a straight up like, hey, pre-orders are open now. Here's the release date. That's the bare minimum I think we can expect to get. You know. Let's bring this chat box up a little bit. There you go.
Alright, I'm gonna finish charging up. I'm baiting. They're on the left or right? I can hear one healing to the left. There might be one on the right though. Nope.
What are you guys hoping for? More of a release or a beta? And like, you know, I honestly think we want to play the game, but it comes down to what a beta signifies and what a release signifies. So which one do you guys think is going to be better long term?
Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. Back to the power rod room. Yeah, I saw that. He's hurt. He's down.
Yeah, I get that. I think it was kind of like the conversation we had in the Discord where we were discussing the only real main concern I've had with the game is like the end game. Like, what does that look like? And so I feel like we haven't really seen any kind of specific mechanic or feature that lets us know what an end game looks like. So I'm hoping they just simply haven't shown us that yet. So that way my worries are kind of just nixed. I'm hoping for a beta primarily because I feel like I want them to fully test these servers so when it finally does release, everything goes smooth as silk. But at the same time, if it released today, they obviously have a lot of confidence in what they can do. It's a very talented dev team. They've done a lot of development on this with machine learning, AI, things like that. So if they got all the information they needed from that tech test too, based off of that, honestly, I wouldn't doubt it. Scuba, I hope end game fights are fun. I hope so too. I hope they're not. There's gonna be something unique about them. Something that's gonna be more than just the same. And you know, just better gear. It's also gonna be good too because people are gonna have better gear. They're gonna have more options.
I gotta get out.
You're good. Kill.
What have you guys been up to this whole day, this morning, getting ready for it?
I can roll one. Alright, make sure just cover me.
I'll cover you.
Hold on.
Sir Salt Steels, Exoborn looks kind of sick. Don't want to see Arc have to go through the line same time. Honestly, I think Exoborn is chasing a slightly different crowd. I think they're gonna have some overlap for sure. But I don't think, based off of my playtest of Exoborn, I don't think they're in the same class, like in terms of like the quality. I think Exoborn's definitely gonna be having to punching above its weight for, you know, for them to even start competing with with Arc Raiders. I feel like if they release maybe 4 or 5 months after Arc Raiders does, they might have a shot, because then you'll have people have had time to work through the content and then look for something fresh or something new to do. But you know, if I'm being perfectly blunt here, I don't think Exoborn has a prayer if they want to go toe to toe with Arc Raiders right now. I think they need to improve some things and do some things differently. Here's Scuba. I'm gonna make a video series chasing the Tempest recipe. Yeah, I think you're
He's running.
Pyro, I appreciate the lurk, man. You drive safe, okay? Thing. Yeah, just tasting that Tempest recipe. Honestly, it's gonna be a big thing. But also, it's gonna come down to, can you even build it? You know, some of these build recipes can be, you know, they're a little harder to come by. Yeah, my time with the Tempest was very, very good. I didn't actually get to test it once in Tech Test 2, but it's based off of everything I've seen. It performs more or less the same as it did in Tech Test 1, so it's incredibly strong. I hope they took the Tech Test 2 feedback to heart, because the biggest consistency I found with people saying when it came to purple weapons were that they were too readily available for the amount of potency that they have, particularly the Volcano. Volcano was just found everywhere, whereas the Tempest and the Bobcat not so much.
Oh, I see it. Straight ahead. Fuck, straight ahead on
I can kind of infer what it might take to build it, Scuba, because I got the Volcano recipe, and it was, I believe it was 3 advanced mechanical components, and there was one of those and like 3 canisters. I'm sure I could look it up, but it was not hard at all. Like, honestly, it was not that difficult. So if the Tempest and the Bobcat more or less follow suit in that, which is pretty on par, because if you look at all the other guns on what they cost to make relative to the guns within their normal tier, they're all pretty similar. Oh yeah, this match right here, this little fight right here. Hey, don't use light impact grenades. They are a noob trap, alright? This guy's gonna toss impact grenades. Look how close these things land and they do nothing to me. He could have been shooting his Torrente the entire time. Like, boop, right next to me, nothing. It's a miracle I even survived this. I fumble around with the wheel a little bit here. I could honestly applied the bandage in that time, but I was kind of just fumbling around at this point. Pure luck. Boom. But, you know. Those were not heavy fuse grenades, sir. Right. Can we look back on a look real quick here? When he tossed it, you saw it explode right behind me the moment it landed. And if they were, I have no idea how they didn't hit me then. We'll look at it again. Maybe I'm wrong. Look at and. Yeah, you know what? You might be right. Honestly, you might be. But I didn't see the blast radiuses, like the explosions, be nearly bit large enough to like justify saying that was an HE grenade at this point. Yeah, but every instance I've ever encountered someone using light impact grenades, it's gotten them killed. You're right, Scuba. I don't know how it didn't hit me, and that's you know. To me, that's why I thought it was a light impact grenade, because the blast radius is so small that I saw the particles behind me. So I'm like, there's no way that's an HE grenade, because that would hit me.
You see him?
Yep, just toss nade.
And you saw right now, I just used the HE grenade just now, and you saw how long of a fuse that is. Oh, I rewinded it too much, but you know. You'll get to see me use an HE grenade on his next fight, and you can see how long that fuse is. There's no way he tosses it and then it explodes that quickly without impact. And I'm actually pretty sure it's an impact at this point. But to me, we were discussing this in the Discord earlier, yesterday, is that each grenade has like, you have your peak cost, right? So when you stick your head out and you're trying to toss that grenade, if the guy is holding the angle on you or gets the opportunity to shoot at you, how much damage are you going to have to take in order to justify throwing that grenade, right? And so,
Watching the left.
all right,
They're going
you'll
right,
see
they're
here
going
the,
right,
the
they're going
HE
right.
grenade
There's
and watch how long it takes for the
three.
fuse to pop off.
All three going right. I'm coming back.
Yeah. I got a grenade.
Hey, I'm far down the hall. You see him?
Yep, just toss a grenade.
I got this is solid free
Hit
stance.
him. You see me run across. Crack you, crack him. Go 1 4 back, crack him 2.
So
I got a heal.
Yeah, you're good, you're good.
with
Yeah,
impact
make sure
grenades,
they don't
right?
crack.
Like with HE grenades, you can see I can like just, you know, dip out and throw a grenade real quick. And if, you know, if someone else pops out at the same time and shoots me, yeah, you can feasibly do the same amount of damage to me
You're good, you're good.
as I do to you,
He's dead. He's dead.
potentially, right? But if I'm throwing a grenade, I'm not obviously not shooting you. And if I throw an HE grenade, you have the opportunity to stick out, shoot me, and then possibly even dive away from the grenade, right? But that blast radius is pretty big, so if I landed even remotely close to you, you know, that's gonna be something. But like the light impact grenade, because of its radius that's so small, and the actual damage itself is like less than half of an HE grenade, like even if I hit you directly with it, there's almost no weapon in the game that you actually can't outpace me on simply by just trading bullets with me. So in order for me to get that grenade, potentially I have to peek and then expose myself for almost a sure loss of the trade at that point. So to me, light impact grenades, the only I can feasibly just
One at the bus, there's 2 other ones that are
throw it
right
out
now.
there. Of possible use. Effectively, it's like a short magazine grenade launcher. Like you just, cool, I'm in a good position, and you're kind of somewhere in this area. I'm gonna chuck my entire stack of light impact grenades into that bush, and maybe I'll hit something. That's like best case scenario. But it's like, is it worth the quick action slot? I don't think so.
I see one.
And
left
even
side.
turrets, you know, it's like, okay, that's 2 heavy rounds. Like 2 shots from a Pharaoh, 2 shots from an anvil, effectively the same thing. You know, so I feel like it's definitely going to be one of the things that I put into one of my, you know, hint videos, guide videos, tip videos, whatever. Right? It's like, you know, just don't use these. Like straight up, just do not use them because they're just going to get you
I hit him a
killed.
little bit.
Got out? Yeah, I literally lit dude up in front of us.
Zanfear from the YouTube on the YouTube channel, man. Good to see you in the chat. They're good for getting people out of third-person peek, in my opinion. I mean, that's fair. Like if you kind of know they're on the corner.
Missed.
But like on the flip side, let's play a devil's advocate on this one. If they are third person peeking, and then they see you
Right side. To your right.
peek out, and they have an opportunity to peek out and shoot
I'm
you,
low, I'm low, I'm low.
then
Far side.
they're gonna shoot you, and it's gonna do more damage than the impact grenade will be. I think the alternative would be if, let's say, you did damage to them and they're behind that corner, and you kind of still believe they're still behind that corner, but they're healing because maybe you can hear them healing. Then yeah, I can see that. But I think the blast radius is so small that it's not worth it. It's just, okay, you have to hit them pretty close. The damage is not very high. It's a very niche circumstance, honestly. But you're not wrong. I think that's a pretty good idea.
I'm one. You're at the door.
Okay. He's coming out. Back him. He's super low, super lit.
It is a pretty good idea.
Peeling.
Reloading.
He's there. He
All right,
dropped
give me
down
one
there.
moment. I'm gonna get me some
He's teammates here.
what's up,
He ran to the bottom door,
so I
door.
can stay hydrated throughout this whole process.
Back him, cleared him.
Want to let him go?
Are they? I don't see it. I know they're coming to us.
Oh my god.
Push from the right side.
Full dead. Well,
We'll let him go.
full dead too. Probably up.
Going to the right.
I'm bringing a shield.
So his teammate went, but he didn't run it, so... I only saw 2 though.
Yeah,
they
they
be
were.
fine. Let him up.
He's down. He's down. He's down.
Nice.
Footsteps.
Got him.
Yep.
Nice. Because I'm more on the diff team
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
He
that
was
might be a
not
different
by-
team. Oh, he's right there. By the door.
Got it one?
Okay, I'm going back inside. That's it. That's three. That's three.
Just repair real quick.
Let me put that down.
Can't close.
All right. Someone's walking up the stairs behind us.
Tactical Ned, man, welcome to the chat, man. Appreciate the view.
100%.
Appreciate coming in, checking us out.
Yep, I hear him.
What are you up to right now?
Let him walk in.
They're not there. They're not there.
Not there?
Not yet, at least. I hear him coming out. I can tell you if he stops at the first body. He's coming up. He's coming up. He's
Volume
coming
down
up.
a little bit.
Right around the corner. He's aiming.
Copy. You're good.
Watch. He's not coming in. He's still there. I'm gonna come in. Coming in. On the right side. He's on the right side.
Yep. You saw me.
Scuba, I'm gonna preload my OBS in case we get it on. Absolutely, man. You might wanna. It's
Jumping down.
if you've ever recorded any game, it's gonna be really easy for us. It's not one of those situations where you have to kind of jerry-rig it. You know what I'm talking about? We have to kind of like do a display capture or something like that. No, this is a. You can do a regular game capture with this, so you're good.
Here we go. Oh, I see him.
Yeah, marathon was a pain in the ass though. I had to do like a whole display capture thing and like be wonky with it to the point where it kind of helped me mess up my my settings. So when the arcades first got released, there was another impact grenade that was used for some reason. I almost feel like the light impact grenade is not being fairly represented because the people who are using it are not using it well, so it always looks bad. You know, maybe I'm not giving it enough credit.
Recover.
Ah, shoot. Where?
Where, comms, come. Where's he at?
He's end of bushes hiding.
But I think the sleeper grenade though that
See him.
I've been banging on about for like ever is the trigger grenade. Like trigger grenade is disgustingly
Is
strong.
he close?
All right. What's the plan, boys? We looting, we scooting? Are we
Yeah,
good?
the C4 nade. The thing about the C4 nade, right?
Stairs.
If they want to balance it a little bit more, there should be a little bit more of a delay between the time you trigger it and the time you shoot it, the time it explodes. But they already did that from one tech test to another. It went from being able to trigger instantly to like having a delay and even like beeping after you initiate it. That doesn't really matter because you're just gonna register it sooner. You're just gonna basically say, I'm gonna toss the grenade at normal grenade ranges, and then I'm gonna initiate it, at the appropriate time. It's gonna become a skill thing, and it's not gonna be that hard, to be honest.
I flared him earlier.
It's effectively an HE grenade that you can use effectively as an impact grenade. Oh yeah, man, I love this fight. This fight was fun. We were here, we're trying to get around to get like pop shots on the guy,
Oh, when you say still again.
trying to get on top of that roof.
Wait.
And my son was like, "Hey, how about just run up on the wall
All right,
and you cover?"
I'll let you know.
I'm like, "All right, cool,
Careful.
bet, we'll go." Right? And I'm just watching, and he's doing his thing, and we're getting pop shots from the people over at the main tower, the main launch tower. So that's how we knew they were still there. They were still kind of trading shots there. He jumps over, gets that ladder.
I don't see anything.
So we're just kind of like just
Want me to come to you?
covering. I see. I like this kind of stuff that occurs in extraction shooters that doesn't occur in regular PvP shooters. It's this long game, stuff where like, okay, we're kind of jockeying for position, and then we're kind of working our way there, and he suddenly doesn't realize that we're on the building now. Because we were playing cat and mouse with him earlier, trying to get on top of it. This is where I failed getting on top of the building.
Nope.
I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. Maybe I missed that jump. Maybe it's not possible. Who knows? But
I don't see him. There he goes.
okay, we knock him down. And the interesting thing is, like, I can still hear the shots coming in from the launch tower at somebody else. So,
Got him. Alright.
I think they were. I'm not sure what they were doing. Maybe they were farming the achievement for like PvP damage or something like that between the guys from them and the guys at the launch tower. And this is when I start hearing the metal clanking of someone else like on the building. This is, you see, you can literally see me pause, like listen, and then like, oh crap.
I'm low.
Yeah, they were chasing the Tempest recipe, I think.
Behind me, behind
I don't know. Somebody said that you could probably do that with arc and PvP damage. I'm not sure. I really hope it's not just PvP damage because it really encourages, you know, you go to, you know, these kind of fights. Where like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and go to some tall building, get an Osprey or a Renegade, or whatever, and just shoot as many people as I can physically can, not worry about actually finishing the fight. Just try to juice up my damage, basically. So I'm not sure how engaging that's really gonna be, to be honest, though.
Yeah. Up, yeah, yeah. Up. There's also a Rocketeer focused on the tower. Get into that ladder quick.
All right, looks like we got about 12 minutes, gents. 12 minutes. This one was funny because we kept hearing the gunshots and the fighting going on, and then you see on the left side there that they're using proximity chat. I'm not sure if these were like two different groups that were communicating with each other, or if they were just someone was using proximity chat on top of their normal voice chat, but we kept hearing them talk, and so we just kept on moving because they kept telling us where they were. Sugar grenades and whoop. See how quick that goes?
Throwing another one. Throwing another one.
Right? C4 in action, but like you can throw it like a grenade. And this guy's giving off comms. Like if he would have just stayed quiet, he might have survived.
I do not.
Right? Whether or not that would have mattered, who knows? Yeah, like the throwable C4 in most games.
Got him. Yeah.
At least they like limit how far you can throw them or how easy they are to throw, so you can't effectively use them like a grenade. And in this game, they're effective grenades, like straight up.
I one-shotted that guy. You can probably get on top of the wall with the
Oh, wait, in that last fight and this fight, I actually have the anvil splitter on the anvil mods. That's why you'll notice the bloom is a little larger than normal. Oh yeah, I'm gonna turn up the volume. Watch this. How I knew somebody. You can hear the grenade drop behind me.
On me. On top, top. Cracked his ass.
Yeah, that hurt him a lot.
Healing.
So it's funny, guy called out some on me before the gunshot, because you can actually hear the grenade drop behind me. Because immediately when I heard that sound, I'm like, oh, here we go.
He's looking for a way down. Throwing a snap mine up.
I didn't realize I downed them with that snap grenade. Otherwise, I would have been way more aggressive.
He's moving up there. He's moving up there. He's moving towards you now.
Check out the pop-up mines right there on the ground.
I'm coming. And jumping off.
I forgot to bring my gun out like a dummy.
He's hurt. Mine hurts more.
Yeah, I'm not sure what caliber it is, you know, per se. And the anvil is actually going to be a weird weapon to balance, to be honest. Because of the nature of third-person gaming and like third-person like peeking and whatnot, having a gun that could put that much upfront damage with that fire rate is going to be really hard to balance without making it seem really bad, you know? Because as of right now, there's really like there are other guns that are technically better, but for the cost of the anvil, of what it does, it's actually absurdly good. It's actually like top tier gun, like straight up.
You raise them.
And I'm not sure how you make it balanced without making it feel really badly. My see Grubhub, I believe he came up with the suggestion, just make it a blue gun. You know, because if you make it a blue gun, it becomes significantly harder to make, and then at that point, you're competing with it and the Renegade. You know,
Okay.
I'm not sure if all the green guns are OP. I think they're just really, really strong for how little they cost.
I couldn't have had much. I flared him with 3 shots.
Make it purple. I could see that,
Do this. Ah! Made it.
but then we need to have another heavy ammo option for like green and blue tiers at that point.
Yeah, see him. He's over here.
Who knows? Maybe we already have it because the developers have already said that they didn't have all the guns in Tech Test 2. So I'm actually kind of curious to see what other guns they have in mind. You know. They should add a blue DMR. Well, I mean the Renegade kind of counts. The Renegade is I actually don't fire the Renegade as fast as it could be fired a lot of times because I'm just trying to place my shots a little bit more accurate without trying to rush them.
You have a sound?
But you can shoot that sucker pretty fast.
Okay. I can still hear the snaps.
No, I understand it's a lever action rifle. I think you're
Run to the right.
like I understand what you're trying to say is like a DMR isn't a traditional semi-auto type thing. But effectively it is the DMR of the blue tier.
Yeah, they're fighting each other too.
Yeah. 7 minutes, boys. 7 minutes.
Ooh. Maybe.
The Osprey
Yeah, he's down.
grew on me.
There's another one down.
It grew on me after a while. I remember when I first got it, I did not like it at all. But it became like the Renegade where you really had to, you really had to upgrade it and get some good value out of it. But even then, a lot of times when I'm using the Osprey,
Can't see
it's
the damn flare.
it's at ranges where the Renegade would have been better.
The Bison's going over there. That you running?
Yeah, I mean, like I suppressed the Osprey only because, like, well, that was this muzzle device that I had, and I figure if I'm gonna rock a sniper rifle,
Yeah.
I might as well silence it so that way it makes it harder for a third-party team to kind of triangulate where the shots are coming from.
Missed.
A lot of times I don't think silencers are really worth it.
Yep.
There you go. See, well, over my head, Scuba, over my head.
Yep. I'm reloading stuff. No, it's just for armor. I'm using it way more. How far?
I know too much about guns. I don't know as much as I probably should, given the fact that I own quite a few and I was in the army. So,
One's far away.
but it's just the like again with the Osprey. It's one of those things where like I'm either at ranges where the Renegade would have been better, or I'm at so far of a range that I can't really finish a fight. So I'd rather not get into one and like just expose myself to someone potentially third-partying me. You know.
Where's the other one at? By the box, okay?
And so the Osprey, like, while it's really good, and I like the fact that you can do a lot of precision shots with it, and it has its uses. It's just kind of a meh gun, to be honest.
There. Yeah, he's back there. You see his flashes?
Like, I'm not gonna turn it down. Like, I'm seeing the ground. I'm gonna pick it up. If anything, it's an easy 10K right there.
Yeah, he's getting shot at by somebody else on top of the wall. Yeah. We go circle left.
Oh, you're gonna see this snap grenade. Like, the blast radius is just so massive on these regular grenades
left side,
that
left
it's
side.
just, and they're not hard to build too.
Hit him another. Throwing grenade. Oh. Death fired him. Yep.
The rather having a banana mac. Oh, absolutely. It's it's kind of a unique little design. I like it.
Oh. Yeah, I'm down. Guy right on the corner.
Yeah, that blast radius is like it's an HE trigger grenade. Like those 3 grenades are all kind of the similar blast radius. I think one of them is slightly larger than the others, but they're all pretty close.
One guy.
But those blast radius are so huge, and plus also like the snap grenade with the recipe it was during Tech Test 2, it's just a magnet and like a bunch of chemicals. That was it. It was so absurdly easy to build I can easily see those being, I can easily see those being spammed out, honestly. All right, 3.5 minutes, boys. 3.5 minutes. 100%. I think it could be meta. It reminds me of, you know, it reminds me of, what was it? The Cycle Frontier, when they had their frag, you know, spam meta. There was a whole thing where you just come in with like 3-4 stacks of nades because you knew you were just gonna spam chuck them, you know? Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, man. You remember Some Kind of Dog? What you call it? That was kind of the meme where he just starts chucking nades. I love those. I love those videos, man. But yeah, I mean, it was completely predictable though. I remember when they said, "Oh, we're gonna make frag grenades. We're gonna make frag grenades craftable only, right?" We're gonna make frag grenades craftable only, and I'm like, I immediately knew what was gonna happen. I immediately knew because I kind of saw a general consensus in the community that they weren't big fans of crafting already. So I kind of already knew, okay, cool. Well, frag grenade spam is going to turn into gas grenade spam overnight. And that's exactly what happened. I'm like, all right, well, there goes that. Thank you. All right. Got my snack delivery guy. Yeah, 100%. Obviously, that was an issue. I have no idea how long the show is, Pyro. All I know is that the show will be exactly as long until the end of the Arc Raider segment. That's exactly how long it'll be for us. Because I can already see some kind of you know, a trailer, and at the end of said trailer, they're gonna be like Arc Raiders, and watch is gonna be like available now, and then everyone's gonna be rushing to download. I know, right? I mean, I already have the test. I still have the you know, the Arc Raiders test installed, so you know, we'll see if I need to download a whole new client for that. Yep, hamsters are gonna die, man. Those servers are gonna go wild. And I'll probably be doing the same thing I usually do for these kinds of things, where the main section, when it actually happens, I'm just gonna max out the volume for that particular video, and I'm gonna be quiet. Let everybody just enjoy the ride, you know? I want to start off, before we get started, I want to thank you guys deeply for being here with me to watch this. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get to it, all right? Let's see what they got. Viewer discretion is advised.
Please welcome to the stage.
I appreciate you, Pyro. I appreciate you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Summer Game Fest, a showcase to celebrate what's new and next in video games. Now, every year, we have the distinct honor of coming together to spotlight the boundless creativity that defines our industry. Thank you all for joining us and giving us your time.
And to see Arc Raiders.
Special thanks to Dante. I was reading my feed this morning and saw that he canceled a date, and he hopes I don't disappoint him. Dante, we're going to do our best to make it worth your while. We have a really fun show ahead. Over
He
the
didn't
next
have no
2
day. What's he
hours,
lying about?
We're going to give you a whirlwind tour of dozens of games from studios big and small. From Lego bricks to puppets, zombies to Marvel heroes, this show has a little bit of everything, including, yes, some brand new game announcements.
Let's go. Let's
Gotta have some
go.
of those. Now, before we dive into the excitement, let's take a moment to recognize just how dynamic our industry has become. Here's a look at the top 10 selling new games on Steam so far in 2025 by units, according to Game Discover Co. Lots of great games. Now, the list includes beloved franchises, but sitting proudly at number 1 with over 13 million units sold since February is Repo, a groundbreaking indie game crafted by a passionate team of just 10 people at Semiwork in Uppsala, Sweden. And closely trailing it is Schedule 1 from TVGS, a solo developer in Australia. It's inspiring that these indie creations stand side by side with heavyweights like Monster Hunter Wilds and the Oblivion remake. Absolutely. Now let's also applaud Claire Obscure from Sandfall. Okay. They might get some nominations at the end of the year. We're not there yet, but it is a monumental achievement, earning the highest user Metacritic score ever recorded for a game, all from a team of under 30 developers who bravely stepped away from big publishers to forge their own path. One thing is clear. With digital distribution and engines like Unreal, today's most innovative projects increasingly emerge from outside the traditional publisher system. And that's something to celebrate. But with more than 18,000 games released on Steam just last year, more than double from 2020, the challenge now is discovery. And that's precisely why events like Summer Game Fest, our partner showcases happening all weekend long, and initiatives like the Steam Next Fest are so essential. These events help remarkable games, big and small, find their audiences. And hopefully, if you're watching this show, you'll discover your next favorite game.
Well, I didn't
So,
discover
in
my
that
next favorite
spirit,
game. I'm
let's
waiting
kick
on my
things
next
off
favorite
with a
game.
game from an independent studio who is thinking very big. In 2017, 4 developers broke away from AAA publishers to chart their own course. Today, they're a thriving independent studio of 30 creators. And what you're about to see is a powerful testament to what passion, freedom, and a small, dedicated team can achieve. Let's take a look at our first new game